Hi everyone, I'm Zoe with True Crime Stories. Real crime, real people, and real horror. Tonight's case takes us deep into the Australian wilderness, where young travelers set out in search of adventure, never returned. It is a story of trust, isolation, and a predator who used the vast outback to hide his crimes. This is the story of the forest where backpackers vanished. Throughout the early 1990s, young tourists traveled through Australia began going missing. They were hitchhiking, exploring, and chasing freedom, unaware that someone was watching and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Human remains were later found in a remote forest area, buried and scattered across the land. The location would become known as one of the most haunting crime scenes in Australian history. Police linked the victims through their travel routes, witnesses' sightings, and forensics evidence. The trail eventually pointed to a local man with a history of violence and a deep knowledge of the bushland. When the suspect was arrested, the nation followed every detail of the case. The courtroom revealed how the victim had been lured, controlled, and killed. The evidence was overwhelming. The killer was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison, never to be released. Families of the victims finally received form of justice, though the pain would never fade. The case forever changed how travelers moved to Australia, and remains a warning about the dangers that could hide behind friendly face. Stories like this make you question how well we really know the places we pass through. A forest can look peaceful on the surface while hiding something far darker beneath. What's unsettling isn't just that people vanish, but the forest never seems to give anything back. No answers, no closure, just silence. Whether you believe these disappearances are natural, paranormal, or something unknown, one of the things is clear: too many people entered the forest and never found their way out. Some say the forest disorients you. Others say it watches, waits, and chooses. Either way, those who went missing all shared one thing: they trusted the path. The scariest part isn't the legends, it's the number of real people who were last seen walking into the trees and were never seen again. The story reminds us that nature doesn't need to be loud or violent to be dangerous. Sometimes it simply lets you disappear. Not all hauntings involve ghosts. Some involve places that remind every person who never made it home. Once you're deep enough in the forest, direction loses meaning, and so does time. And that brings us to the end of this story. The Forest of Lost Travelers stands a reminder that not every mystery wants to be solved, and not every place welcomes those who wander too far. So if you ever find yourself walking a quiet trail and something tells you to turn back, listen. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay alert, stay curious, and don't trust every path that looks familiar. I'm Zoe. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.